Hey, Jonas here. Phase 6 is the final chapter of Classic WoW Anniversary, Naxxramas, Scourge invasions, and one last shot at greatness before we enter TBC. First, you want to get your attunement ready for Naxxramas. Here's what you need for supplies to turn in. These will go higher once Nax comes out. Last time in 2020 Classic WoW, arcane crystals jumped from 60 gold to 120. If honored, you will need 60 gold, 5 arcane crystals, 1 righteous orb, and 2 Nexus crystals. Nexus crystals will come from disenchanting epics once phase 5 comes out. For revert, you will need 30 gold, 2 arcane crystals, and just 1 Nexus crystal. Exalted, it is free, ka-ching ka-ching. So you can have a few options. You can pay your way inside or grind your way inside. I would advise getting the arcane crystals already. Nexus crystals might be expensive at the start of AQ coming out. You can run Scholomance, Straff on Death, and run Plague Land quests to get this reputation up. Or mine your way to arcane crystals in Classic WoW Anniversary. Sapp is the most difficult boss in Classic WoW. Your guild or PUG raiding roster will have to really work together to succeed. If you don't, you have no option and have to re-get all the buffs if you wipe. Usually players get Soulgaroop, Nefarian an extra buff, and sometimes a flower too. Tanks are sent to grab Dire Maul tribute buffs and summon to Nax or the flower. Saff in Classic WoW does insane amounts of frost damage. You need your healers to keep up their groups and the main tank. You need mages and druids to decurse, or players die and the boss gets healed. To prevent some of this damage, players prepare Frostbest gear. Sadly, the options you have when Nax is about to release is mostly green items and a few dungeon items. I've been telling my community to prepare 125 frost rests, and healers don't need any. Casters kind of need 175, but you don't want them in full green gear. Main tank goes full mitigation, and you will need to have your warriors have recklessness ready for it. Any frost rest item will go up in price when Naxxramas is out. Most guilds will take a month, maybe even a few months to kill Sapp, but the decent guilds that have been clearing with nice speed will have loads of members that have done it already. So depending on what community you're in, you can decide what is needed for you. As there are frozen runes that can drop in Nax. These can be used to make epic frost rest gear. This comes in after a month or so because they will be highly bought up by all the speedrun guilds to min-max, as they want to clear Sapp and Kel'Thuzad week 1. For what you can craft with them is this amazing cloth set. You have tunic, gloves, helmet, shoulder pads, and bracers. Some are from quests, so that is nice, but a lot of it is crafted with frozen runes and a few from bosses. Then you have the polar set, which is leather, great for rogues. You also have 2 options for warriors. You have the plate set, which is called the Icebane set. If I happen to be one of the top 4 off tanks, I will get that one. If we're strictly talking Fury Warrior, I will use the Icy skill set, which is male. This is also good for hunters. So make a decision. Will you get some green frost vest before and go for it with Paladin Aura and frost vest totem from the Shaman? Or will you wait it out and keep clearing 13 out of the 15 bosses in Nax and wait till the frozen rooms become more affordable in Classic WoW? A big tip I will give is the tier 2 helmet actually has 10 frost rests. You can enchant this with an extra 10 frost rests with a questline in Plague Lands. For casters, you can get the Banshee Finger, has a decent drop rate and is a free 10 frost rests in Straff on Death. Every DPS or tank can get this Glacial Cloak. As you can see, you need 5 frozen runes, but in 2020 Classic WoW next release, 1 frozen rune was 250 gold. Again, after a month they started to drop a lot in gold. Consume wise, in phase 6 of Naxxramas you can get Juju Chill in Classic WoW Anniversary. This gives you 15 frost rests, which is huge, and you need one for both Sav and KT. You can even put this on others if they forget, so you can help out your team. From Argent Dawn, if you are revert with them, you can get 5 for frost rest shoulders enchants. Only do this if you have a pair of separate frost rest shoulders. Otherwise get the Soulgaroop shoulder enchant with your CG wrap. But what about low tap and 4 horsemen in phase 6 of Classic WoW Anniversary? For low tap and some raids you need greater shadow protection. Depends if you rush into Tane and then into Morgrave, or keep rotating your damage among all the 4 bosses. This will need a ton of greater shadow protection potions for every raid, and if you wipe, even more. The small potions won't do a lot really. You need the big ones, unlike with AQ40 where you can get away with popping a few smaller ones. You can do the math. 2 at low tap, 1 at 4 horsemen, 1 on Sav. That is already 4 per raid, because the decurse on Sav is shadow damage. Times 40 is 160 a run, if you wipe even more. Same goes with greater frost protection potion for Sav and KT. You pre-pop 1, you pop another 1 or 2 in the fight, that is 5 to 6 already. Healers can pop mana pots, so it is a bit lower, but still a lot. So stocking up on these now can be very smart. I myself have 1700 of each, as I played 4 characters, so I'm gonna be using them anyway. If you're watching this before phase 5, you're in luck. These shadow potions will get used during twins already, as pre-pop for Warlock tanks, and as a pre-pop on the Khotun boss for everyone. So the bottom price I think has been now or before this, so they should start going up already. During phase 6 of Naxx in old classic WoW, all consumables went berserk, and I expect the same thing to happen again. I remember selling a mana potion for 21 gold. Yeah, players were so thirsty to clear Naxx, so it is very smart to stock up now before AQ40 release. As you have seen with BBL release, things just got really expensive, as many guilds and raids will wipe, and the raid leader will just tell you, go buy more consumables. Like right now, we pop 1 mongoose ourselves, maybe 2, if you die once inside BBL, plus Molten Core. In phase 6, this will be way different. There are so many small things that can wipe your group or kill part of your raid, and then you need to reconsume for that. When leveling an alt, think of what you want to play in the Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary. I, for example, boosted up a Paladin to tank with. Make sure if you want to play Naxx on the character, and if you get it boosted, to get it boosted in Strafholm, so you get the rep for Attunement, or you will not be able to enter Naxx in WoW Anniversary. Last time I boosted a character from 15 to 60, it was about 3000 gold. I was looting in Mara and Straf a lot though, and got lucky with a few drops. Epic Flying Mount is 5k per character in TBC, so start preparing that now so you can get it on your main later. Scourge Invasion in phase 6 of Anniversary. There are quests you can do and farms where you can get sharpening stones or oils that are great against undead. This event will not last long and will be gone forever after. So if we get character copies to Era, you will want to stock up on these so you can really pump in the Era version of the game. These are called Consecrated Sharpening Stone and Blessed Wizard Oil. As you can see, these are insanely good. You can get some damage gear against certain undead. These drop from rare world buff spawns and are pretty decent to use in parts of Naxx. If you're looking for a raiding place for Classic Anniversary, a link is down below to our Discord. We are going to be hosting a lot of Era raids in the future again, both Horde and Alliance when the copies come. I have been even leveling some more Horde characters on Era while playing Anniversary. So what you can do for your raid or guild. Prep level 20 Warlocks to help do summons when needed, as Warlocks need to give out health stones and summon players outside Naxx when rebuffing. You can park these at AQ40 or at AQ20 as well, gets the group going faster. Time is valuable. Park a few clickers at these locations, stock up on Neff or on Nexia heads and Zul'Gurub hearts. Save these for Naxx. When you die on a boss, you have the option to re-get them on a moment's notice. And grab a Zanza while you're at it. Worst case, you can even sell these then. It really depends if Blizzard sell leveling boosts before the pre-patch or after. If before, there are gonna be a ton of pops around. You can prepare Zul'Gurub Hakari idols for your tier 3 sets and chants, so when you get your head or leg slot, you can instantly put it on. You can also prepare your reputation for Zanza, it gives you some stamina for Sap. Don't forget the Soldier enchant at the island, get that as well. If you're missing a bit of rep, you can buy coins or beet juice to get the last bit, or just keep running Zul'Gurub, that's also an option. To reiterate, there is plenty to do, and you choose the timeline, maybe do it together with some friends, and link them the video. This is your last chance to leave a mark in the Classic Era version of Anniversary before we all shift to TBC. Phase 6 isn't just a patch, it is a trial. The weak will fall, the guilds and raiding rosters that clear will stand out by a lot. If you like this video, I'm sure you will like this one. I will see you in the next one.